Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You know what it is, man. And this is the spot you come for your latest and greatest hip hop updates. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about T.I. reigniting his beef with Lil Flip, man. So T.I. took to Instagram, but first hold up, man. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all go ahead and press that like button on this video and please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Now let's get to it. Okay, so T.I. took to Instagram and posted this post right now. In this post, T.I. basically said this right here. He said, the memories. Look at Young King," referring to himself. "I believe this the day before I went into Houston and pulled up on Lil Flip in Cloverland and pressed my line. Not to boast, because ain't no pressure now. I'd actually like to sit down with Cuz on Expeditiously to discuss our relationship. Anyway, my point is, I've been a day one frontliner. Drama, trauma, trouble, and activity ain't never been foreign to me. You dig? Now, bring me the bully." I guess he's still calling out 50 Cent, man, in this, man. And he added 50 Cent, he added Versus, he added Swiss Beats, and he added Timberland. "Set the date, cuz," and a whole bunch of crowns. Day one frontliner. So T.I. is doing a lot in this post right here. So he's basically saying that he wants to bring Lil Flip on his Expeditiously show / podcast. You know, he's got his own show and podcast, which is becoming a familiar trend with a lot of hip hop artists. And he interviews a lot of bigwigs, man. He's had some big people on there. And I guess he wants to bring Lil Flip on there, man. Now, for those of you who don't know, Lil Flip is a rapper from Houston who had an amazing run in hip hop between the years of say 2002 all the way to 2006. And he was having a pretty good career, man, until his beef with T.I., man. When him and T.I. got into it, it was over for Lil Flip after that. It's kind of crazy, man, because the beef started in 2004, and allegedly, Lil Flip was disrespecting T.I. on stage in his hometown of Atlanta, and a lot of people in Atlanta used to mess with Lil Flip. You know, this was in the beginning of the South's takeover of hip hop. So, you know, Southern acts were moving all over the country and really, really building up their fan base. And Lil Flip was at the front line of some of that, man. He was really doing big things out here as far as rap. But once he got into that situation with T.I. in 2014, where he dissed him on stage, T.I. was incarcerated, and T.I. came back from incarceration. He once he got free, he addressed the situation on a lot of platforms, including songs, including videos. He went on the Beef DVD, a lot of stuff, man. This is a well-publicized beef between Lil Flip and T.I. And in this post, he's referring to the time that he went to Houston, Lil Flip's hometown this time, and went to his old neighborhood, which is called Cloverland, and was going to be filming a video exposing him. Now, the Houston Press did a whole article about this, man. They ran a couple of columns about this in actuality, and they talked about it, man. So in March 24th, T.I. went to Houston, and he went to that Cloverland neighborhood, and an altercation ensued. It's rumored that T.I. was hit from behind, you know, pause on that, hit from the back by somebody's fist, and then gunshots rang out and the thing broke up. But before that, it was definitely a brawl. So nobody said who won or whatnot, and nobody actually pulled out any video of the altercation, but it was assumed that one of T.I.'s folks shot in the air and one of Flip's folks had assaulted T.I. Now, that's all alleged. Nobody has proven this, but they both have talked about it, and those are the things that you can kind of confirm. But with T.I. bringing Lil Flip into this 50 Cent beef, this makes it even more spicy, man, and very interesting, man, because T.I. already has an ongoing beef with 50 Cent that he just started this week behind this Versus stuff. And he's really bringing Lil Flip in this just to add some context, I think, man. Maybe he just wants to talk to Lil Flip on his show and make some content. That way they could discuss their past beef and show how they've grown since then, which would be dope, man. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But if he's trying to reignite this beef or maybe talk down to Flip, that could go a whole nother way. Now, after their altercation, Jay Prince got involved and basically put this thing to bed. He said, "Forget it, man. we're going to grab T.I., we're going to grab Lil Flip, and we're going to make sure that there's some type of peace treaty or whatnot. And they did that, man. So the CEO of Rap-A-Lot was looking out for these two young rappers at the time. Now, after this incident, their careers went in two different directions. So you had T.I.'s career shoot way up into the stratosphere, man, where he was doing movie appearances, #1 album, #1 movie, doing stuff with Justin Timberlake, just big stuff, man. As high as you can go in rap stardom at the time. And Lil Flip kind of just settled down to the local scene, man. Texas rappers have always had the ability to keep their own local fans and crowd, satisfied and do shows in Texas. Texas has always been about that independent grind, so that way they can always have their own home fan base, which is dope, man. I've always liked that about Texas rap artists, man. They know how to take care of home and keep their home fan base satisfied and how to make money doing that, man. I've seen Slim Thug do it, seen Lil Flip do it, man, seen Zero do it, seen all the big time Houston rappers do it. Now, for T.I. to extend that hand to Lil Flip and say, hey, man, come on my show and let's talk about it, man, shows a whole bunch of growth in my opinion, man. Now, hopefully, Lil Flip reacts to this in a good way, man, because when you call somebody to the table, next thing you know, people's fans are hitting them up in the DMs, man, talking all kind of crazy nonsense, and then you got to do your research to see if there's some type of setup or something like that. But it seems like T.I. is being genuine. I think this is more of another shot at 50 Cent. He seems like he's trying to show 50 Cent, like, hey, man, we could go at it, and we could be civil about it as well. You can see this by me going at Lil Flip and then just telling them, like, hey, man, come on my show when we had a real beef back in the day. Like, people got hurt and stuff like that. So, man, it looks like T.I. is not going to give up on his campaign of a versus battle versus 50 Cent because he sees himself beating 50 Cent and proving something to the fans out there, because he went on a whole tirade talking about New York rappers haven't respected the South, which has been refuted by a lot of people, man, because to be honest, everybody respects the South. They've been controlling rap for the last 15 years, man. The South is, man, since Andre said the South has got something to say, it's been an onward trajectory since then, man. The South is just taking up. They can't do nothing about it, man. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. There's no stopping the South, man. There's been periods of time where up north rappers were trying to sound like they was from the South. Now, there's been times in the past before that where there was down south rappers who were trying to sound like they was from up north too. But come on, man. It seems like it's a blended scene now, man. Everybody messes with everybody. Cali was quiet for a long time, and then they just got boom out of nowhere. You got Rowdy Rich, you got Kendrick, you got all these folks out west that are just doing it big, man. And it seems like it's an even share of the pot, but it comes back home to the South, man, where the South got it on lock and been having it on lock. Now, will it always be that way? You never know. But man, to be honest, there's just something different about the way that the South does music and the way that Atlanta specifically does things, to where it's more organized and it's more of a group thing, and there's like expected for somebody new to pop. You know, it's appreciated. It's very well appreciated, man. And it's a whole system that helps that growth, man. You know, which is dope. But back to T.I.'s point, man. Yeah, there's some disrespect that's been said in the past, but nah, man, it ain't like that now. He just wants to prove to everybody that he can take 50 Cent. So no need to be using all these other things, man. If you want to go at 50, just go at 50, man. I'm sure everybody is here for that versus battle. I'm looking forward to it because I think T.I. could take 50, to be honest with you. Unless 50 start whipping out some of the mixtape tracks, which is, man, he got some smokers on there, man. Bangers. This will be an interesting battle, man. I think this will be better even than the Jadakiss Fabulous. Because the Jadakiss Fabulous, it started to waver at the end, man, where it just looked like Jadakiss was just killing Fab. You know what I mean? This could be evenly matched, especially how they pick their track listing, man. That's going to be very, very important. Going to be very important, man. And T.I.'s got a way longer catalog, man. And 50 Cent, he just got a catalog that just everybody knows, man, because dude was going diamond. He went diamond twice, I think. I mean, 30 million albums sold. You don't do that on accident. He was just that hot at the time, man. So hopefully, man, Lil Flip reads this the way that I read it and takes the positive out of it. And I would love to see them sit at the table and talk about stuff, man. That would be dope, man. That'd be dope content. And hopefully T.I. and 50 finally get this verses out the way, man, so we can put this thing to bed. Now, please do me a favor, man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And this your boy Big Man, and we out of here. Peace.